All right, we're just going to start streaming. There we go. Anyone just coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we are with another day of Trek streaming, watching some matches. You know what we're watching tonight. And I have a dirty, dark secret that I'll let you guys in on soon. If you're just coming in, say hello, say what's up, leave a comment in the chat. We're going to be hanging out for a little bit. Don't go into work till later in the morning, so. Lol. Can we talk about this commercial I'm looking at right now? Gideon's in a chip commercial. I'm sorry, I don't know why that's so funny. Gideon's in a chip commercial. That's hype. Let's share the stream to a couple places. Control V. Send. Let's share in the gram. Sharing the gram real quick. Reaper, what's up, man? How's it going, bud? How's it going, dude? Bro, I've been caught in some weird YouTube holes lately. I'm not going to lie, guys. Some real strange YouTube holes. Should I raise up my brightness? I feel like it's really dark in here without the backlights on. Share, copy link. We're going to get to starting. Ten minutes. 10 minutes. Hopefully I'm wise a bit. I mean, the game is actually scheduled for 12:30, so I feel like we should actually be jumping into the game quickly, right? Like, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that make sense? I feel like it would make sense. I feel like that would make sense, right? Okay, knee boss. Back. Mobile Wolf, what's up, man? All right, we're shared on Instagram, we're shared on Facebook, and we're shared in the Discord. Let's go. All right, sorry. Yo, fun fact, guys. Somebody made me a flashcard thing on Quizlet with all of the heroes and all 3 of their skills plus their passive the other day. Remember how I was asking for that? All right. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Todak versus Red Esports. Red Esports, Todak's in the number 4 spot. Red Esports is the number 7 spot, but the thing is Red Esports has only played 1 game, whereas several other teams have played 3 to 4 games, or 2 to 4 games. So we can't judge Red Esports just yet. Fun fact, though, guys, I have never actually watched a full series of MPL Malaysia. Never. Don't tell Gideon, guys. Don't tell Gideon. We need sound. This is their music? Yeah. I don't know. Chico, guys, are these Todak's new jerseys? Their college shirts? Red Giants got the sweaters. That's pretty dope. Rana, what's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. Oh no, I didn't put the game down. Whoops. Whoopsies. Comanche, what's up, man? I've been watching a lot of Pokemon challenges lately. Do you guys know who that is? He does like really badass Nuzlocke challenges in Pokemon. He could be considered one of the best Nuzlockers in the world. Even though I don't really play Pokemon anymore, I still enjoy watching his and Wolfie VG and Wolfie's content. Wolfie's a Pokemon VGC world champion. He makes decent content too. That is just like, it's very digestible. It's very like, even if you don't even if you don't play Pokemon anymore, or you're not like super into it, his videos are just captivating. Like, his videos will make you want to play competitive Pokemon. VGC, that is, not cards. Alright, so we got some coffee. We got some tea. Some iced tea. Oh, not Unite. No, competitive VGC is like so the 2 newest gens that just came, the newest gen is what, Gen 9, it's Scarlet and Violet. And there's always a World Championship. Honestly, that VGC is probably bigger than Unite. That is like it's not a team sport, it's 1v1. But you play doubles, you'd have to really just watch Wolf or any big competitor and you'd understand. But it's pretty interesting, man. Like team building and stuff like that. And what makes Woofy so good is he always comes up with like unique teams. Like part of his thing is he'll like climb to #1 on the ladder, on the rank ladder, like #1 global rank ladder, using like some rant. Like that's what a lot of his videos will be and stuff like that. Like how I climbed to #1 with this team or that team, or using this strategy or da 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 da. Do we think Todak sweeps? I don't know. Red has only played one game. Red Esports has only played one game, so we don't really know too much yet. Todak isn't sitting in first either right now. They've played 2 or 3 games. I had their info. I had all the information pulled up. Here we go. So right now, Todak sits in the tied for #4 slot, but they've only played 2 games. Season just started, so we'll see. Hella Glitch, what's up? I do like Malaysia's style.
MPL Malaysia Season 12 is powered by Muntong, official mobile.
You know what else I like about
Score an epic MLBB skin for only 1 ringgit.
like all the MPLs, they really like try to match their country's vibe, you know? They try to like hit a certain vibe, and like they have a lot of ties from their country in there, I feel like. NACT doesn't really do that, man. We need like, you know how all of them have like some, like Malaysia has like the tiger on it and stuff, and all of them have different animals. We need like a cool eagle on ours or something, you know? We need a bald eagle on ours. I don't know what she's saying. I remember hearing a lot of good things about Rose. She's like trilingual.
Where Todak and Red Esports, lepas tu kita ada Homeboys dan juga SMG, and of course untuk last match kita ada a battle of 2 negeri. So guys, sebelum I cakap pasal schedule, I nak tahu sebab ramainya yang datang hari ni. Tapi I nak tahu kalau diorang ready ke tak. So, Dewan Sri Putra, are you ready?
You know, I don't, never mind. I'm not going to go there. I was going to talk about some of our hosts. She's quadlingual. I don't know what you would call that. Quadlingual? You got bilingual, trilingual, quadlingual. Do you just keep going like that?
It's Homeboys dan juga Team SMG. Another revenge match last season. Match dorang gila sangat-sangat.
Red Giants is the only team that's already played 3 matches. Several others have played 2 matches. And Red Esports MY's only played 1. Bro, can we talk about how, like, Team Secret, there was so much hype about Team Secret coming to Mobile Legends, and they've just been bombing, yo. Not only have they been bombing, but they've been bombing in Malaysia.
So Dewan Sri Putra, what do you think? Alright, so marilah kita jemput Todak ke atas pentas MPL Malaysia. Ingin membuktikan mereka layak mewakili Malaysia.
I realized weeks ago she's Singaporean, not
Dan menjadi
Malaysian.
satu pasukan yang hadir di semua M Series. Pasukan Todak berjaya menunjukkan mereka masih kuat walaupun tanpa pemain import. Adakah Coach Kuja dan analis Aji bersama pemain?
You know the only thing I don't like about the Todak jerseys is they always are like they just have these huge logos on them. They're not like their jerseys don't really look good, bro.
And now the opponent.
Like you can't even see where the Todak logo is. Like you can, but it's like
Masih mencari chemistry
don't get me
antara
wrong, it's good for them that
lawan
they're getting all those
Red Esports
sponsors, but
terus
sheesh.
mendapatkan kemenangan pertama dengan Coach Sora Payo dan talent analyst Shamilo sebagai
Why does all of Red have 12 on
mereka.
their jersey?
Mampukah Red membalas dengan draft yang menarik hari ini?
Does anyone know the story behind that?
Let's see what Red has up their sleeves. Sekarang marilah kita menjemput barisan marshal kita yang akan menggalas tugas untuk memastikan perlawanan sentiasa berjalan dengan adil dan lancar.
They like Tom Brady?
Teruskan dengan fist bump.
ISF
Pasukan
is this
sebagai
upcoming
tanda
week.
profesionalism.
We're gonna watch it
Inilah
Monday night
gaya kita.
at like 3
Inilah
a.m.
semangat kesukanan kita. Kawan di luar gelanggang, lawan di
As long as they stream the group stage, yeah, we'll watch it on Monday night.
Alright,
There hasn't. I don't
guys.
think there's been like an
Sebelum
announcement that
show
group
kita
stage is
bermula,
going to be streamed
saya
yet.
tanya,
It
BM
has there?
caster kita dengan English caster kita. Dan dorang sokong tim mana? Dorang cakap dorang sokong Red. Oh,
I guess I could ask
lapar
Naisu.
tak Todak? Oh, Todak okey. Alright guys. Dorang sokong Red sebab kita ada Milo kat sini. Tapi Lafel sokong Todak. So, kalau apa-apa jadi, korang tahu nak cari siapa tahu? Tahu kan? Tahu? Alright. Nampaknya semua dah ready? And with that, teams, this is your moment. Game on.
Magic and mayhem shall clash in an immaculate symphony of colors, signifying the continuation of competition here on the MPL MY stage. It is the second day of week 2.
Is Gideon going to be
and we've got a
play-by-play?
host of
I hope
amazing
Gideon's play-by-play.
competition for you today. My name is Stafa, and joining me on the desk is going to be Adine as well as Gideon.
Yep, good afternoon to everybody out there. Saru Saturdays are
I don't
exciting
think he
Saturdays
is.
here at the MPL MYs. We've got a bunch of games, which, again, plenty of history between all of the teams.
Plenty of history, a lot of stakes on the line as well. But our opening match is gonna be Todak versus Red on hand right now. Let's
Bro,
just
why they
dive into
put
it
the
right now.
middle guy behind this
biggest
huge
question,
hot link
our
thing? He's the shortest one on the
beloved
desk.
Our beloved friend, our
some
beloved
say.
caster.
It's a bad spot for
Some
him.
would say our acquaintance, should I say? Our acquaintance.
The level is just dropping.
It's dropping right now. Until he get his first win, then we level it up.
Absolutely here, because last week we did see Coach
But the fact
Gideon
that
kind
me
of
and Spirited
outweigh him
just
with
said the
a
same
flex
thing,
pick
bro.
Last time, that was the very first showing
Spirited
of
said the
Milo
same
among
exact-
as analysts.
The fact that all of our minds went there for a second, we were like, yo. Especially because Gideon, like, Gideon's
That's what I
pretty
wanna
tall.
ask, on Staff
especially
right now.
for
Is
Southeast
it
Asia.
Milo's draft or the players did not execute the game plan well?
I have to say, there is
But, like-
definitely a little bit
but
of
also
both
he just
here.
has
The
a-
draft, like we already
like, you could
highlighted,
tell, even,
Shagun
like,
kinda
I don't
got
know.
played around
The
with
way
a
he
little
sits,
bit.
the way he
Obviously,
talks, the
when
way he
you're
uses his
against a coach with
hands.
A lot more experience. Things can happen.
Things can happen, but what can happen for you guys? You guys can get a lot
Bro,
of rewards.
yeah,
if
this guy's
you guys
literally about to
change
get
your,
blocked out
plan.
from
Plan
the
is
ad.
hot link right now because you guys can get an epic ML baby skin for only 1 ringgit. RM1 ringgit with Hotlink. So make sure you guys change your telco plan.
I'll
Hotlink
tell you
is
what,
the
I
way
hate
to go
those
right now.
chairs
I mean,
behind him.
You're a collector of skins, so you should be able to get a lot more with Hotlink.
I don't like the way that you
But
put
you
when you
literally
pose the question, but
should.
I
Never
do
mind,
use
we're not gonna
Hotlink
keep
because
dragging
especially
into
when
it.
I'm on the go, it's great
We're
to
gonna
have
get in trouble.
a prepaid plan where imagine you're overseas. You have to pay for a postpaid
Ugh.
plan. Oh man, you're spending extra bucks for that. At least with the prepaid, I get an extra skin on top of it.
You're not a smart user, but if you change the hotlink, you are a very, very smart user. Okay, we talk about Milo, we talk about the analyst part of it, but Todak right now, Gideon, do you think are they experimenting with their
Little
lineup?
traction to build. What's up?
But before you answer that question, do you have any prediction?
NTS
I'm
Kira.
going to predict.
How's it going?
Oh, this one's tough.
Okay.
This one's tough, and hopefully you guys at home can actually help out on this one. What do you guys think at home? Who's going to win this match?
No
And
rap
don't forget
release-
to predict
release
the
yet?
MVP of each one of the matches.
No,
If you
not
think
yet.
It's going to go all three. Predict for all three. If you think it's only going to be a 2-0 for either team, predict who that MVP is. We're not going to show the lineups just yet until later on when they. Well, I mean, you got a bit of a taste of it, but we'll announce them as they come. But I am predicting that Todak is actually going to take this away. Right now, they look like the better team. They look more put together. And honestly, I'm very excited for both mid laners.
Okay, the question was, are they gonna still experiment with the draft, with the lineup as well?
yeah.
Pick number 2.
I mean, it's Todak.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Right?
I hate that it's boiled down to just like why
Tracksuit
Todak,
M5
man?
theme
It's
with
just Todak.
Reptar.
It's
Damn.
synonymous. It's synonymous. There's no way to
Damn.
really get around it.
That'd
And
be
I do think that
fire.
the drafts have been interesting.
Well, why don't we take a look at their own lineup? First of all, the game opening match of the day, we have Rival, Martizi, Chiku guys, Yums, and surprise, surprise, Fomies on the EXP lane.
For Maze. Now that's a name we haven't seen in quite a while. Greatly regarded
Is
as one
Martizi
of the
new,
strongest
new
EXP
mid
laners
for
in
them?
MPL history. He really has not gotten to show his face a lot. Honestly, even in the last season, only getting to play like 3 matches, 7 games total. So very interested to see what he'll bring.
Okay, up against Maid Esports.
Yeah,
as we all
Martizi's
know,
new.
Imal, Melboy, Mal, Renqt, and again, surprise, surprise, Exot out. Kim is in.
That's interesting. Based on what I heard about things going in the backstage before the show even started, Kim's coming in this time around to kind of boost up the team.
Moon
something
was
that
their
they're
old mid.
comfortable with.
Moon.
Right now, Exor, during their
Okay.
scrims, he is the IGL. He is very vocal. But yesterday, well, I wouldn't even say
So they
yesterday,
dropped Moon and
last
brought
week's
in,
games, we didn't hear much of a voice from him, and RenQT
They
was
dropped
the one actually
Moon and brought in,
initiating and calling the shots for the overall red macro.
Okay, we understand the changes of Exot and Kim, but do you think it's
Brought
a
in
bit of a
Martizi.
punishment for Exot because he's a newcomer to the league, right? Being the
Martizi
only
doesn't even
Filipino
have a
in
Wikipedia
Mid-Esport,
page, so
is it-
he's
is it
new,
too
huh?
harsh on him right now?
I would say that it's a lot of pressure. It's a completely different environment. You're in a foreign, well, technically foreign country, even though we're part of Southeast Asia. Worst comes to worst, I feel like if he has any issues whatsoever, feeling homesick, feeling that pressure, at least he has somebody to talk to in RSG.
Oh.
Are you foreshadowing something right now?
I'm not saying that he's going to join them after week 3 or week 4 from the transfer. I'm just saying that Demon Kite's there, and they used to be, you know, teammates.
I agree.
You
I
got
agree.
a friend over there.
I mean, a friend over there, but you did bring up a good point where Fomis did not get a good amount of games, but we'll talk more about that later on. Kuja being the coach of Todak
Red
right
Giant
now,
versus
it's
Homeboys, that should be
it's
a good
big
game.
of
I don't know if I'll make
addition
it to
for
that,
Todak,
though.
But
That's late.
what I want to know is, what will he bring onto the table in terms of drafting or in terms of man management as well?
It's honestly quite interesting because on paper it doesn't feel like Kuja would
XP
match
After
very
Dark,
well
I'm
with
guessing
Todak
that's
'cause they have a
private.
very meticulous way of approaching
Ritz,
things
this isn't
and,
this
you
is
know,
Malaysia.
they're
This isn't
chaos
Indonesia.
personified.
We
And
get our boy
things
Gideon.
do seem to be working out. You're bringing in
Gideon's
a
like
bit more
Mirko's
of that
father.
discipline.
Well, I don't think it's just the discipline that he's bringing. I think he's setting protocols for Todak so that they can be flexible. In comparison to Sora Prion, who's very attuned
But
to
yes,
the player,
I was
he is
thinking. I'm
deciding
glad you saw
who
that,
do you
bro.
wanna play
When I
around.
saw that
So, like,
commercial,
one
I was
guy, I'm
laughing.
gonna
I was
make
like,
sure
is
that I
that
draft around
Gideon?
him. I'm going to make sure our entire game plan revolves around him.
I like how Milo, when he knows that the camera is on him, he's
Red
like,
Giants
okay,
are doing
serious
good.
mode is on now. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
When I
I'm
first
pretty
saw
sure
Todak
it's,
versus Red, I
valuable
thought it was going to be
information.
that
Hopefully
game,
it's
and
valuable
it was actually the
information.
reason why I
He's
chose
like
to
a
watch
cat.
this
He
tonight.
knows what he
And then I
wants
looked more
when
into it. I was
the
like, wait, no,
camera
it's
is
Red
on.
Esports,
You
not
gotta
Red
look good in the
Giants.
camera.
I just imagine
side-eye.
side eye. I just imagine him telling the rest of the players, "Don't look at the camera. You'll get nervous."
Leave it to me. You give me
Huzzah!
all the camera.
I know how it feels like, guys. I know how it feels like. Okay, for the addition, not addition, the substitution, Fomis and Momo, Staffa, do you think it'll make a big of an impact, or will it be a disadvantage for Todak?
It's gonna be
This guy's name is
interesting
Mom.
To keep an eye on. Just like how it's interesting
Oh,
to keep
Min,
an eye
Min
on
and Man are
players that
gone. Oh,
we have
Min's
not seen
from
so far in the season.
Team
We already
Hack,
mentioned
right?
Formace,
Min and
didn't get a
Man are
lot of
from
games,
Ha-
but
Team
how about
Hack.
the people who don't even have a team?
That's a good point here because we're looking at the top. We're talking about previous top players, rookies of the season. Even Syed
My
being
God,
number
yes.
1 on that list. He started off in RSG side, but now RSG has reverted back to starting to play with a lineup that actually.
Have I seen the
won
new
the
roster
championship,
changes? Yeah.
even bringing back.
Yeah, but
some
they
of
haven't
their
been
coaches
publicly
as well
announced
as
yet,
their
so
as
we
their
haven't talked
supporting
about
staff.
them on
But
stream.
as we jump into this draft phase, these free agents, we can't even think about them because we need to see the clear weaknesses of each side so that they know what they could potentially adjust in week 3 and 4 when the transfer window opens.
I definitely agree with you right there, but right now
They went from S/A tier team to D tier team really fast. They did last season. What happened?
Mid side right now, ready spot. Banning out the 1-1 and Pakito as the first 3 bans for
Bro, can we
himself.
talk about
Meanwhile,
Melboy's
Todak is banning
haircut,
back. So
bro?
a very standard
Does
ban
that
right
guy
now.
have a
I'm not sure
freaking...
ready spot
Does
banning
this
Melboy
guy
because
have a
banning
mother
1-1 is because,
loving
he's afraid
party?
of
I
that
mean,
flag spin,
business in
or
the
he's
front, party
afraid
in the
of Chico
back.
guys' capability of using that 1-1.
It was
Hell
very
yeah,
terrifying what
bro.
they had to do
Mad
with his
respect. He's got the
typically
Jerry
don't
curls
take
and
too much of
everything.
Watchparty, especially since the hero has been nerfed pretty heavily recently to the point where she is no longer a top pick. But when you're not building your draft around dealing with her, having that
Private, why do you think no
purifying,
one's playing
having that
Paquito in
mobility
NA?
linked to your damage
Oh,
can be
shit, I'm in the
very
way. Sorry,
annoying
let me
to
move my
deal with.
camera.
That's the whole reason why heroes like the
Let me move
Fanny
my
and the
camera.
Joy, which we see on the other side, are banned so
We'll
often.
get rid of the
Look,
chat.
I'd like to agree with you here, but I think a lot of it just boils down to the fact that last week, Red Esports, these were the 2 picks that they actually
guy's
struggled
got a
to deal
mullet,
with,
bro.
right? Even if it's picking it for themselves, even if it's giving over to their opponents, the fact is when you are on blue side,
Yeah,
double flex
that's
pick,
sexy,
it's
huh?
really hard to actually draft around trying to figure out, especially when you need your EXP laner, someone like RenQT to be on the strong side.
Get that soul glue.
What Weeb Esports have in store in terms of the
Private, why do you think
opening
no
up
one's
the
playing
first
Paquito
game,
in NA?
Because they have the opportunity to do that right now. I would like to think that it's gonna boil down
Choppa,
to
what's up?
the Fredrin of Artis as the first
How's it going, man?
picks, because seeing out the bans, Valentina is gonna ban out, Cloud is gonna get banned out. So for now, as I mentioned previously, it's a very very standard ban, and I'm still gonna go for a standard pick, either Martis or Fredrin for email.
I do think Martis is more likely. Besides that, if they want to play it safe, Terizla's still open, but we've already seen the massive export counters to the hero recently, so revealing it too early. Probably
Can you guys hear
not
the
that
casters
safe.
all right?
A lot of teams are
Me
also
well
looking
over
for
them.
roams pretty early on too. Things like the Kaja, which we see instantly locked in by Red Esports.
Spirited Away,
Here
don't do
are
that
the
hairstyle.
lines of play that they
Don't
can
do
go
it.
for when you're on blue side. I was thinking maybe they could lean in towards Yi because Kim is coming back and that's one of his top performing heroes overall. It's
Chopper
something that he's
came
comfortable
through,
with,
bro.
especially on
Private.
his
Chopper
quote-unquote
made
debut
flashcards
here
with
season
not
12.
only
You
heroes in their
want him to kinda
ultimates,
be in the best
the
position
heroes
possible
with
to
all
carry
of
the
their
game.
skills.
The biggest problem
All
is
3 of their
Kaja and Frank.
skills
Both
and
of
their
them have
passive.
the suppressions that nobody likes to deal with, and since Valentina has already been taken off one of the top performers here in MPL MY in stat-wise, then we throw it over to Todak as they respond. They're looking for the Fredrin, they're looking for the Angela. Now, Angela is something that I wanted to bring up because it has been, well, I think it's very, very popular in other regions as well. People are really
That's what we were
starting
just
to
talking
use
about,
the early
Kira.
game more than they are
Choppa,
thinking
Chopper,
about
the
scaling.
guy in the chat.
Even RSG
this
brought
person-
in
it's-
Angela
I'm pretty sure it's
used
him.
on mid by Izanami as well, but the playstyle was so different because we know that Izanami likes to go in, you know, all in your face kind of style, but when he uses Angela, he has to be
Bro,
a bit
Pac,
more
listen,
preserved
Pac
on the
is
back
like,
line, just wait,
he's
wait
that
it out
dude.
and seeing the opportunity to use the hard guard. So I'm quite interested to see how Todak is gonna play around with this.
He's
Angela.
that
Is it gonna
dude.
be an aggressive kind of quote-unquote Angela, or is it
Even
gonna
though
be
he's not the
that
tankiest, he's
reserved,
getting
wait
picked and
on the back
banned
lines
everywhere
kind
but
of Angela?
America.
And whether or not it's going to be a Marquise or a Yu's Angela as well.
This is actually the
There
first
is
season
some
for
flexibility
NA that
there.
I feel
Not
like
mentioned hard guard on Fredrin, he
we
was
are
already
actually-
unkillable before. So Red
we
Esports
have
now
a
has to pay
pretty
attention. You
different
mentioned RSG,
draft
the Angela
than
Irritel
every
combo
other
completely
MPL.
destroy the land of Dawn. We saw previously.
Which I don't know if that's a good or
so
bad
they
thing.
have to be
In my
wary
personal
of
opinion,
that.
in the past,
That's
it's
not
been a
the
bad
only
thing.
out that they have from Todak's side, right? If
But-
the gold lane is going to be heavily prioritized, they can still pass it over to rival, put him on something like Ling, and put Fredrin
true.
into the EXP lane. That's what he's good for, right? That flexibility. And I think Red Esports
Let
is
Mel boys
responding
there
very
cook.
nicely to it. It's like, yeah, you got Heart Guard. I could look to one-shot you and force the Heart Guard out. I have the X-Borg in case you want to flex this Fredrin into the EXP.
I like it, the pick coming out from Red Esports. They have good answers to the question that being posed by Todak right now, especially the Xbox pick, because from many games I've seen so far, Xbox is a very natural.
Yeah, but Pac,
lineup.
even the XP lane, it's not even just jungle. Pac has been used a bunch in the XP lane, bro.
As well. It's a very annoying hero
And
to
he's
deal with,
diffing
especially
everybody.
He has this second life, third life on his under his own belt.
Yep. That is honestly why Export gets picked up so often now, because of how much burst damage was prevalent with the changes in emblems. You see how much DPS. Having that second life, pretty big overall. Todak gonna be falling back to something reliable here. They got that carry. I think we all remember what happened when Chiku got his hands on carry
Oh.
during the grand finals last season.
Like maybe it's MS, maybe a lot of players don't feel comfortable on him because he is like very quick combo-y. So like that could be understandable, but you got guys like best player playing Ling, so I mean, but like you said, that's more autofocus. But still, like if we don't see him in the playoffs when we're offline, I'm gonna be amazed.
And they don't have hard dive, he could potentially play something like Flint.
Oh, maybe even Leslie would not be a
All I know
bad
is
in this situation.
Indonesia
Damage
and
breaks through
Malaysia.
the shield, breaks through Frederick,
We'll see how
doesn't get
Philippines
hampered
does
by
it.
defenses all too often. So I don't think Melboy will have too much problem with picks as of right now. But I do kind of worry for Red Esports when they have a Kaja and a Kadita.
Don't know,
It kind of puts a lot of
I
pressure
just
on
think
them
right
to
now in
really make
Indonesia and
things
Malaysia,
happen
he's
early
like
on,
top
else
prio.
they'll have to deal with their damage falling off quite quickly.
I like to see Todak picking up. I like this Frederick to go onto the jungle and picking up a very damage-oriented EXP laner, especially what do you call that? Physical penetration kind of a hero, because again, facing this
Joy
Xbox
is
gonna be
still
a huge
really-
problem for Todak right now, as of now, and it allows him to get a better position. Meanwhile, the frontliner of Xbox is going to open up the map for him. So Todak might need again
Yeah.
a damage-oriented EXP laner.
But even
to
then,
kind of
it's
deal
just a
with this
skill
Xbox.
difference
I'm on
though.
a different
Private,
page.
it's
I
not
feel
like
that right now, it's about
it's like they
mid-lane
just don't feel
priority.
confident being able to land their
Actually, you can
skills.
actually get quite aggressive, like how
Because I don't think
Assault
anyone's
is
punt like
actually
from what it
abused the
looks.
lane
I'm
with
like,
Angela.
and
You
again,
can
I
do
could
no
be
problem,
wrong,
just love tap, I
but
damage
just
you,
the
I heal
way it
myself.
looks,
The trades
there's
end up
nobody
net
really
positive for
punishing him
whoever's
in
playing
EXP
Angela.
lane.
And I think, Todak recognized that. They need to make sure that whatever support that they get,
Like,
needs to be
Uranus is
actually
just
affect the lane.
stalemating.
I'm thinking along the lines of like Grok
He's beating
maybe,
Yuzong. He's
but I would
beating.
argue Kufra as well, but that's
Edith?
not enough pushing power.
He's
Edith
dealing
as
with
well
so
is
much.
out.
We haven't seen Edith here yet. Doesn't quite match up well against the Xborg and the Kaja though, so there's a chance that Todak is thinking about that. And we still don't know whether this is Angela Rome or Angela Mid, so we still have to keep that in mind. If you ask me personally though, like the question you posed with the EXP lane, all I want to see is Formace Benedetta again. That's it. Like,
Is he beating
regardless of my
Charizla?
ulterior motive, I just want to see that hero in his hands.
I think so. I think he's at least stalemating.
Unfortunately, it's
He's
gonna
not
be a
losing.
Still, a very good
He's got
pickup.
mobility. Out-rotating
Someone
Uranus?
probably a good
Yeah,
frontliner
bro.
As well, who can initiate the team fight with the penalty zone and combination of flicker as
He's
well.
definitely faster than
And,
Uranus.
the hard cut as well. So we shall
In a
see.
fight.
A hopefully a very aggressive.
But again, it's a different
result by
composition.
Formace.
I think he's
And I
out
think
like early,
at
like
this point,
laning,
locking in the
rotating
Charizla for Todak
Uranus.
has
Yeah,
confirmed all of my
he clears way
suspicions, right?
faster.
The fact is that Carrick
If they
isn't
both cut
exactly a
lane at the
priority
same
pick for
time.
the side of Todak. They just want to deny it away from
Uranus
Red
is a little
Esports 'cause they
different, though.
wanted a tanky front line. And with a tanky front line, true damage is always going
Pack's
to
going to
be
give you a
huge.
better
Now,
early
we
game.
cut back
Uranus is
over
going to give you a
towards
better
Red
late
Esports.
game.
Even if they do get the Leslie, this is
But
a
right
lot
now,
of people. Like, yes,
games
the
aren't
Leslie
going
is-
past
will be
fucking
21.
15
No
minutes.
problem, but it's going to be tough. So instead, they go for Bruno as well as Yuzong, so they wait to jump into that back line and actually start peeling.
I'm just
away.
saying, he's
Wow.
the
Four
he's the
members
number
going
one
Xborg into the jungle to
banned
support
and picked
marksman.
EXP laner.
I like the pickup
in
of
Indonesia
Yuzong.
right
It's
now.
just that I hope
And there's
Ranky
gotta be a
polishes
reason for
gameplay
it.
from week
There's
number
gotta
one.
be a
A
reason.
lot of times he went offside, off position, and when in
He's
with
better
the
for
Black
team
Dragon
fights,
without
and he's
any
better for team
kind of
fights
objective,
Turtle.
I
He's
would
better
say.
for
The
team
follow-up
fights
fight
mid
lane,
game,
so
7-8
hopefully,
minutes.
again, the hero
He's
pick
much
is
more
nice.
viable, I
The
think,
play
than
himself gotta polish the gameplay
than
off.
Uranus. The
Young
only one that
comeback
matches
wise
his
is
viability
Black
would
Dragon
be
is no Black Dragon
Charizla.
forming around these turtles.
But
Don't
even
go
then, you
for
look at the
them.
bans and picks,
I
he's
kind of
above
have an
Charizla.
opposite feeling about this though, because Yuzong is Ren QT's
His ban
signature
pick
hero.
rate
It's
is
probably one of his
much
most
higher than
comfortable
Charizla.
picks. I actually personally think it wasn't a Ren QT issue when we saw him going into early, is that he's so comfortable with the hero that he's expecting to be able to start these
I think he's getting
before his team
I
can
think he's getting
catch up.
slept on.
So hopefully the communication is a bit more better. That
I think
the
he's
team
getting
fight
slept
is more
on.
fluid, more smooth.
Or,
But as
okay,
you can
like
see
I
the
said,
last
I think
pick
he's
by
either
Todak
getting
was
slept on,
indeed
which
the
makes me
Barca,
really
a
worried.
Very comfortable hero for Marquise, so hopefully he does
Hopefully,
well on
the second
this
option
matchup.
is definitely not it.
The secondary
All of our
scaling
XP laners
hero
don't
to
feel
help you
comfortable
high
with
ground
him.
defense.
Hopefully,
Or
that
as
is
well,
like
we've
the
been
least
very
possible
often
option.
in the first 2
Or
weeks of
option
the
3, it's an
MPL.
MS issue,
The idea
and
is
we'll
to
see him
engage
in
as hard as you
play.
can,
We'll see him
but
in
if
playoffs.
anything goes wrong, Farsa can get us out of there.
Not to mention the debut of
But also,
Bruno
Pack's
here
never
in
really been like a
season.
EXP
Well, ladies and
lane
gentlemen,
hero. He's
prepare
even when he was
yourselves,
popular, he
because
was
I
really
can feel
popular in
we're
the
gonna be
jungle.
witnessing a
Occasionally, he was
bloody
using
battle
EXP.
between
Like I guess
Red
early on,
Esports
but when it came
and
to
Todak.
NACT,
Both
he
teams
was never an
vying
EXP
for
lane hero.
supremacy
So it is also possible that a lot of our EXP laners just
Hold
aren't
on to your
comfortable
seat.
on
It's
him.
going to be a bloodbath of a match. Amal and Rival. Two somewhat, I would say, uprising jungler using two different
All right.
styles of the hero. One is
Todak
Xbox and the other one is
with the
gonna use
Farza,
Red Raid.
Formaze on the
Both
Terizla,
frontliners,
Cheeky
but let's
guys.
talk about the Emblem Hidden.
On
Anything
the
to say
carry, they
about
do have the
Emblem
Angela. Will
setup?
pair great
Alright,
with
in terms of
Rival, and it will
emblem
pair great
setups,
with
nothing
Chiku
too out of
guys.
the ordinary here. Pull your stuff together, coming in from
Could also save Martizi from a bad dive. Probably won't, but that's like last possibilities.
Angela. So overall, nothing too out.
But yeah,
of the
pack 50 to 70
ordinary.
MS is
The only
risky.
big giveaway right now is the fact that Ren QT, he's not looking to win his lane. Ideally, he wants to affect the team fights, plus taking Brave Smite.
Yeah, I feel like
Red
a
Esports,
bit of the stabilizer
Yuzong,
right now would be the
Jungle
key
Exborg.
play for Ren QT.
Malaysia's
But
been
we shall see
smashing
how
that Jungle
it goes
Exborg,
against
huh?
Terizla used by a Formaze.
It's been super
Because I feel
popular.
like
Why am I worried about my
both
wire
teams, they
being...
have to
I'm not
clear out
casting.
this
I can have my
path
wire in front of me.
order for them to rotate out before
It's like a
the
habit
world
now.
of first turtles arise.
They've drilled it into me, guys.
He's always going to win that battle, unfortunately, in the earlier stages of the game. So
Kadita,
unless
good
Ren
pick
QT
pressure on the
figures out a way to
Martizi,
kinda,
on the Chiku
punish
guys as
Formaze,
well.
Get a flicker out of him, ideally, then there is a possibility.
Bruno.
A lot of this will still come down to that turtle fight, though. When we're talking about the EXP laners, doesn't really matter who bullies each other in lane, as long as the EXP still remains even, and Ren QT is doing a good job of that. But with 15 seconds left before the turtle, who gets level 4, who can join the fight more comfortably, going to really matter.
I mean, the independence of the EXP laners is so important in this match because the strong side for Red Esports is going to be in the Bruno lane, right? Carry walks up, you have extended range, and one
Private
empowered
used to
auto
have a
attack,
Quizlet
you win
with
the
all
trade
the
straight
ultimates.
away.
I don't know what happened to it. I went to try to find it the other day so I could edit it or like copy it, and it wasn't there anymore. No, I haven't sent it to private. Oh, nice hit by Formaze.
Night penalty zone on the 3 members. The Petrify comes in. Amal gonna secure the turtle away from the side of Todak, but now Renkiji and Tim stuck inside. First blood, Rival with a smash, gonna be able to pick up one with your Brazes Wrap, and now Renkuti left by his lonesome. The double kill for Rival.
It started out so well for Red Esports, right? But now they instant invade down by that purple to put Emal behind as far as they can.
Just a lot of utility coming in from
Ooh,
Todak right now.
the
but
flicker, Divine Judgment pulls Rival back, doesn't reach the tower. Rough Waves invested as well as the last insanity, as the last moments of Rival will be secured.
Okay, at least
Camera froze.
some kind of
What a pose to
freezing,
freezing, guys. What a pose to
Using
freezing.
all of the ultimates really, really well together, getting a kill against Todak right there. But still, as Gideon mentioned, Todak won big in terms of that team fight right there. But Chiku guys,
Ouch, that's a lot of damage, but here comes the hard guard. Chiku guys now wants to re-engage, but Melboy keeping his distance. Very nice trade there from the Bruno.
Yeah, and they get the hard guard for free. I mean, the timing obviously could have been a little bit better when they could have fight closer towards that turtle, but I think, you know, in Melboy's mind, this is a great time. We know all the positions of the Todak members, so even if I do get the hard guard out, maybe somewhere along the lines of...
But it has
these next
all the
40
skills on it,
seconds,
Private.
Red
It has
Esports could
first,
look to make a
second,
play in
third
the end.
skill. It has the
Gideon,
passive.
back to you right now. Bruno carry, late game potential. My guess would be Bruno. Maybe a biasness a bit over there, but what do you think?
I think it starts, the matchup starts to even out the longer it goes. Because if Chico Guys is able to close that distance, I think even Melboy might struggle to try and one-shot him because it's all about who pops that Winds of Natures first, who actually gets that
Export
damage
gets picked in
to go
NACT.
through. But let's also
It
not
just
forget
doesn't really
Melboy
get picked by
is trying to
TOB
get
or
this
by
and I'm guessing it's crit.
It
Or
should
by
be crit.
BTK.
It should be crit because you have to face the Wind of Nature coming in from Carry. You have to face the hard guard as well coming in from Hume. So a lot of armor gonna be built upon Chiku later on, but we shall see as the game progresses along.
Now this turtle situation can be extremely dangerous. We're getting all four
Oh,
members.
good pick.
Petrify gonna find one. Hard guard gonna keep Formaze alive, but not long enough as Terizla falls. Turtle dropping 20%. Black Dragon.
Good play by Red.
is zoning things out.
Rival
Divine
still
Judgment
gets the
pulls
turtle.
Rival away, but he still gets the turtle anyway. Kim now in danger.
Oh,
Brandon
deleted.
gonna find him just like the first
The
blood
Appraisal's
of the
Wrath
game,
looks
and
so
just
good.
like the first
It's
blood
just
of
one of
Red,
those
QT
skills
gonna be
that
left alone with the members of
I don't know what it is about
who
it.
will pick them
When it just
up.
deletes
Todak
somebody.
with Another victory.
Good evening, Wrath. Good
How
morning.
and why?
Good afternoon.
How did Rival manage to get that turtle even when he was tied with the Divine Judgment? First question. And why Red Esports started off that fight really, really well. Formace was taken down. It was a 4 versus 5 kind of a situation right there for Red Esports. But in the end, Todak still managed to arise the victory.
I don't know. I feel like Red Esports, they feel desperate that they need to get the snowball going for them, right? They already have a winning lane in Melboy, so the rest of the team are looking for a secondary carry to actually invest.
Yeah, TLB will
into.
continue.
And
As long as they have first
would've been
pick,
Kim, but so
I think
far,
they will
he hasn't been-
continue
he
to
hasn't
pick up that
been
Fredrin.
the entire combo just
Because
yet.
Milo plays it or best
Could be
player can
punished.
play it, and it's
They're
just
gonna
it's
find a better
a
fire
great
away.
first
Chiku
pick.
Guys removed from the face of the map.
Beautifully, beautifully played.
Even with the Purify, it wasn't enough. I mean,
Like
you
for
had
them
double,
against BTK,
the
it is probably the
Chiku
best
guys.
first pick they can do.
Big
Nice
engagement,
flicker by
Penalty
Mel.
Zone gonna find one, but Divine Judgment hard guard keeping him alive. Will he be able to survive 1v3 under the tower? He's still life stealing everything.
There you go.
Massive
There you
damage
go.
finishes
Uh-oh.
Fumes
Feathered
puts the
airstrike.
flicker out as the feathered airstrike zoning at Red Esports and picking up Maul
Play by
as a
Todak.
consolation prize for
Good
Todak.
response.
Hey, Kitty, why?
Hey,
What was that?
Look. The flicker coming in from Melboy, frame perfect. And then there's Mao, who's just like, I'm not the priority target. I'm going to linger around this Farsa a little bit longer. And I would argue that there was different, you know how magnets of different polar opposites are attracted to each other? That was exactly it right there. He was moving closer and closer like, hey man, touch my fingers.
Just to let you know I'm
They're
here.
both birds.
They are both birds. Is it mating season? I don't think so.
I hope not.
But there is a general attraction.
Alright, the next turtle that is gonna begin right now on the 6-minute mark. Rival is just
Oh,
gonna
shit.
try to peel this turtle away. Chico guys is on the backside, but take a closer look at Kim.
Kim finds the backline. Humes is gone.
Golly.
Exploded by the rough wave. Formays penalty zone a bit too late, but Rival still gets
Ah,
the
my
goal.
chat's in front of the
Red
screen.
gone. Double kill for Kim.
Chiku guys,
In
there we go.
exchange for the Yuzong. Last Insanity
Speedy light wheel.
Formays drops, killing free for Amal. Double kill for the X-Borg. Chiku guys, the only survivor forced
Red
to retreat
Esports.
with his tail between his legs.
Great call coming in from Red Esports. Now Kim is really warming up. He's finding some good angles.
Chiku guys still alone here. Hard guard used very early. Melboy joining the fight, and that tower gonna somehow survive with a tiny bit of HP, but it will fall soon enough. Melboy, make sure of that.
Oh, this snowball coming in from Melboy. It's only the start of it, right? He's already unlocked himself. They've taken all the tier 1 targets. The question is, how does Red
I've noticed that
Esports
Nate gets a little
convert
critiquey
this
when we
2.6
start going
giga
off
lead
the
and look
cuff
for a
too much.
200x on it? And right now, the way
Oh,
that
I have
would
trouble
imagine
finding
it is
someone who can
looking-
banter
well,
with
at the
me.
very least, looking for jungle invades here. Let's look at the replay one more time because again, there's so many things that's going on. Number one, Chiku guys just clearly does not have enough items, and especially when you're free hitting someone like Emal on the export, that Faraga
I feel like a lot of the, like anytime you get someone new in,
May be a bit dangerous there. Not gonna find
they're
him
still
at
like
the
just
halfway
trying
through. Rival
to
with a three-man taunt under
be.
the-
Oh, nice clean.
Steamrolling Red Esports. They don't care about the tier 1 at all. Humes misses his flicker, but doesn't matter. The rest of his team is still around. Last Insanity not gonna do anything. Formays will be traded off as Amal gets shut down, fed over the Chico guy.
Newer people are a lot of
Meanwhile,
time just
looking
trying
at
to like
bot side,
do
Bruno
their
by
job.
Melboy is doing his job,
You know?
trying to split pushing his way because he knows that we cannot team fight right now. Kim!
Rival doesn't let him go home, and Martisi, the bird, gets the fish today.
I feel that was some kind of a personal vendetta right there by Rival, not allowing Kim to just run away, and then QT might suffer the pain. Mo!
Okay. Look, he traded flickers. At the end of the day, he traded flickers. If you flicker and Martisi just holds his steal, he wins out big time there. Knowing that they don't have the feathered airstrike, they're just going to back away. They start playing forward this more, but Red Esports, they have taken some damage.
Speaking of Martisi, that was a very good scream and stun, but there is love.
Formays, flicker penalty zone, finds Melboy, but he dashes out. Last Insanity, they're gonna secure the kill on Turisla, removed from the fight. Rough
Clean.
Kim!
Yums goes down. Oh,
And now
red.
Yums and Rival fall in quick order. Amal has lost his life, but the trade has been worth it for Red Esports.
Is it me or is Kim submitting his form to like, hey, homeboys, you need somebody else to secure Lords? I
Lilo's
got
Papa,
that
what's
now."
up, man?
I was about to compliment Martisi, the 3-man stun by himself, but looking at Kim as well, not allowing himself to just be denied right there. And looking at the itemization being set up right now, you did mention about...
Yo, it's actually not called Cult Altar.
The critical build with the Berserker Fury, with the Husker as well.
Oh, he's got the GDS as well, and I'm excited for that, right? Because
It's
again,
actually
this is a
not. Fun
massive
fact.
lead coming in from Melboy. He should not be dying. He should
It's
not
called
be
the
getting
Nether
huge
Realm or
shutdowns
some shit.
over to Todak's side. If he continues with this type of momentum, I don't think Todak
Unless
can actually
unless for
maintain
some
that
reason
frontline
Choppa's
anymore. Like,
game
Rival,
has
for
different
example,
skill
is
names, but he sent me a
heavy
screenshot.
damage from
I didn't go to
Bruno
double
alone,
check
and I
it.
think if Chiku guys or even Yums are
I'm about to
left
go
by
double
themselves,
check it real
Bruno and
fast.
Martisi there as well. Melboy should be able to maybe even 1v2 them in any combination.
I mean, with the item built by Malboy right now, it doesn't even matter with the hard guard, right? Because he can just tore apart that armor with the hard guard, but you gotta be careful with that feather aspect by Martisi.
Umo, he doesn't get the Divine Judgment. First it down, he has immortality, but will he be able to get out? The answer to that is no.
Nice
Chiku
bait.
with a killing spree. Rival dash forward with the hard guard, catches out Amal. Probably not the target he's looking for as Melboy is free hitting.
What are they building on
Blast
next board?
comes in. Melboy with the killing spree. Rival is gone.
Do they
Torme
build,
is looking for the re-engage. He has
Bloodlust?
penalty zone back up, but Red Esports will respect the distance.
Right
Spell
now,
vamp?
Melboy, he does a good amount of damage, but 12 auto attacks on top of the fact that he has to punch through the healing coming in from Yums on this Angela. I think he wants to get that Malefic Aura sooner rather than later to kind of shorten the time, but let's look at the damage dealt difference so far, and wow.
Fun fact,
a
it's not
huge
called Cult
difference coming in
Altar,
from
it's called
Melboy, but of
Nether
course,
Realm,
we'll wait until Chiku
which
guys
is
catches up with items.
I mean, Martisi as well. 40
insane
of
because
damage
literally
being
every
done
caster
there
around the
is
world
nothing
still
to
calls
be
it
joked
Cult
around.
Altar.
But him finding this positioning really, really well, finding the pick-off target really, really well as well. I mean, just now, he got Yums, and without Yums, Todak feel like, I would say,
And I don't know
armorless
how
without the
that
hard guard,
just-
right? It doesn't allow Todak to be who Todak is. Very aggressive, very up your face. So, maybe, just maybe, ready spot. In the next couple of team fights, Yums should be the priority target.
So I used to call it Numenon Blast,
Priority target. The question is whether Yums
but then I thought it was
get up.
Numeon.
And I think right now, after dying twice already with 9 assists
Like, that's what I used
under
to
his
call
belt,
it.
I think he recognizes that getting engaged upon probably isn't the best idea, and they want to repeat the situation that they created by the second turtle of the game, where essentially you're waiting for them to engage.
It
and
is
then you
Numenon.
look to hold your abilities until
I'm
you
so
can
confused.
counter-engage your opponents.
Thing is, Todak has kind of a timer whenever they take these fights where Melboy needs to go as soon as possible, because even if they were to wait for Red Esports to take that engage, as long as Rank QT and Amal can hold that front line, the damage will still be overwhelming.
I feel like it really, really boils down to the positioning of these both leaders between Chiku guys as well as Malfoy. Who has the better positioning?
No,
Who
so
has
I was
the
calling
better,
it Numenon for
say,
like
item
my
and
whole
pieces
beginning
of
of
between
casting.
each later on. But Bruno,
And then I thought I read it somewhere that it was Numeon. So that's when I told you, I was like, no, I think it's Numeon. So then I was very convinced that it was Numeon for a while. Until you said
called
this,
it,
and I was like,
Amin,
let's
you
look
called
at it.
Right on the
I don't know,
nose.
bro.
They found the opportunity to get on top of Yums, and he
Nobody
just could not
notices.
react enough. There's going to be an instant lore coming in from Red Esports.
Without Yums, I feel like this should be a free lot for Red Esports, but we have to mention the high ground defense capability coming in from
It's
Todak,
filet mignon.
from Martisi
It's actually
as
the
well.
filet
Right
mignon.
now, okay, I'm going to change my target prioritization. If Red Esports wants to get an inhibitor turret and maybe get the win, Martisi should be the next target.
That I can agree with. That I can agree with. But this is currently 62%.
What is it called right now?
Win rate
Is it not called
Red
Heavy
Esports,
Spin right
12
now?
minutes into the game, what used to be 68, and this is the big problem that a lot of NY teams are facing. The second Lord is so much stronger than the first Lord, and especially when you've got high ground defense, closing
Yeah,
out
it's
these
Heavy
games
Spin
can be
right
a
now.
bit of an issue.
How are they gonna do it? We shall see. We shall see in terms of the positioning, especially Ren QT. Who does he gonna go for? Is it gonna be Chiku? Is it gonna be Martisi? Because he has the utility, right? With the Black Dragon form, with the Petrifier as well. But we cannot forget about Mars Divine Judgment.
Well, guess we'll find out how things develop. Melboy already down to 30%. The Feathered Airstrike doing so much damage. He will be able to reach in though. Conceal play instantly denied. They took some damage. Here comes the Black Dragon form. Maul gonna be
Bro,
drops his immortality.
Bruno, huh?
Trailing zone gonna find Melboy, but will he be able to do enough? As Amal is continuing to delay the rest of Todak.
Bro, what is Amal's
Melboy
build?
gets that mega kill.
Hunter Strike.
Taken off the table.
That's how he's getting
Only
the
4
speed
members
boost.
of Todak surviving, but the same for Red. Better airstrike, gonna zone them out once more. Their health is not high enough to continue this
Or
fight.
War Axe, that's
Melboy
how he's
is
getting the
so
speed
strong,
boost.
but if he's put down to 10% HP by Formace alone,
Maybe
by
both.
himself,
I wanna see
that's
his build.
a huge problem. I think that Todak has just identified what the win con is starting to look like as we get into the later stages of the game.
Even a bigger problem right there was Marty.
Then he's also got the boots,
which
which give him even more. He's got his, let's see, what is it? He doesn't, he's just got War Axe. War Axe, Ice Queen Wand.
And it's not up on Bruno or Melboy. So really, really focusing on relying on the damage output that he has, and also the catching ability by Mal as well as by Rencuti. So hopefully, this sort of gamble works.
It's
out
his
for Melboy
it's his
League.
emblem.
I mean, that's not the only gamble.
He's
that
got,
he's
I forget
doing
what
right
it's
now.
called,
Both
but the
the
boots.
marksmans, right? In terms of their itemization, they're basically maxed out. Athena Shield coming in for Chiku guys.
It's the
because
boots.
The biggest problem for him is getting one shot by Kim. So with an Athena Shield, that should
War
keep
Axe
him
gives
alive.
him a little,
Conceal play,
oh,
though.
red.
Look, speaking of one shot by Kim, they're trying to find
They don't
him,
even
but
want
Rival
Rival,
is
bro.
delaying. Hard guard onto Chiku. He gets pulled back. Divine
Quantum
Judgment.
charge.
A lot of damage is being absorbed right now by that shield. And Chiku is still going. Better airstrike. Backs him up. Aimel finally gets the shutdown. Rival with your brain
Chiku
trap.
goes
Nearly
down,
gets
bro.
the
They
kill.
can't do
The
anything.
Chiku guys
Todak is
already
just...
gone. There's no more damage for Todak. And there is for Red.
And the slow from
my,
Amal.
flickers forward. That's a triple kill
They
for
walk
the
right by.
Bruno. Somehow they don't find Formace in that brush.
No, they've had enough. They're like, even if we found Formace, we probably couldn't do much about it. But Melboy is so big right now. Look, those crits going up to 3K.
Formace, there's nothing he can do as the Divine Judgment
GG's.
solidifies legendary
GG's.
for the Bruno. Red Esports secures victory in Game 1 against Todak.
A very, very clean victory by Red Esports. A good flank.
Todak having a rough
coming
start
in
this
from
season,
them.
huh?
The concealed play. They know that the hunger is on Chiku, but they have the
It's
biggest
the
of
Melboy hair buff.
coming in
You're
from
right.
Bruno, coming in from Melboy. The crits, man, it's just the crits.
It's so big, and again, it was such a big gamble because he could have opted to switch out one of his items for immortality afterwards, but no, Winds of Nature, juggle the items, maximize each and every one of these cooldowns.
There seems to be a lot of faith there to make sure that he's not going for defensive equipment. He did have a Wind of Nature at the end, but he knew, he believed that his team would have his back.
I mean, it feels so bad when you see all of his hits are all in mid color. You know that every hit is a critical. Every hit is a critical. I mean, it does. Mid Esport, right? It's in the name as well.
It's in the name.
What's
It's
funny
on
is,
brand.
like, in
So
person
huge
right
for
here,
Melboy
it's not
this time
curly.
around.
Like,
Well
he
played
curled it just for that
Red
picture.
Esports. Hopefully, they can continue up with this type of momentum right now because it feels like they are warm, and especially for a kid
They've
in
all
that
got
late game,
mullets,
he's
bro.
even warmer.
What went
Half the
wrong for Todak?
team,
Is it-
half the
is it
coaches
because of
and players have
too
mullets.
little itemization coming in from Chiku guys, or
Bro,
is
they
it
need to
because
get
of their
this
play style
hot
that
link ad
allow
out
Red
from in
Esports
front of
to
this
just
dude.
overwhelm them with all the damage.
I'd be pissed if I was him.
A lot of it boiled down to whether how disrespectful did they want to get, right? They need to incite something. They need a response coming in from Red Esports, and they knew Chiku guys was pushed up really far in front on purpose to try to bait something out, with the majority of their members hovering around that gold side of the map to hopefully hit somebody.
All right now we gotta take a look at our MVP. It should
Ken,
be
what's up?
Malboy. Yep, it is gonna be a Malboy by the Bruno gameplay. But I would like to give a little bit shout out to Kim. His Kadita was on point as well.
A great debut by Kim on the Season 12 stage here, and you can see
I
by
know,
Red
that's what,
Esports
bro.
decides to
The
bring
moment
man
it
back
came
in,
up,
the synergy
people
was
in chat
there,
and
the
me all said the same thing at the same time. We're like,
communication
bruh.
Red Esports, this is their peak
Why'd they
right
put
now.
him in the
and at
middle?
center
Poor
of
guy.
it all, our MVP of the game,
Red beat
Melboy
Todak,
on the
yeah.
Bruno.
Yep, disgusting Bruno play, really maximizing his overall high range, naturally high range, and with the Empowered Artifacts just bullied out Chiku guys.
Bro,
in
what
the
flag
lane
is
itself,
that?
With the rest of the team pulling attention to force the supports out of position and more so to help out the weaker sides, it just allowed Melboy to take full control, considering that Todak likes to kind of leave Chiku by himself.
Do you think it's because of Toda not having much of
So much
a
crit, bro.
catching potential, allow Malboy to just roam freely, you know, hitting on the backside. No one was be able to catch him except for maybe Formace penalty zone. But apart from that, there was nothing
It's
to
a
be
state
able
flag
to
in Malaysia.
ensure Malboy is captured.
Yes, no, there really isn't much to... Well, there is a couple, right? Number one, Formace for an example.
Malaysia Sebab kat situ kan tak ada Ciku pun.
Bro, what is
Kalau nampak
this?
dia tak ada baru kan.
Yes.
Go, let's go. Bismillah, bismillah.
Mic check.
Dah game, dah kat segala draft.
You can't hear the casters over him though.
800.
They just cut to this. That was a whiff. That was a big whiff. That was a miss. They didn't toss to it. Gideon's pissed right now. It's like, production, what the hell? You didn't tell us to toss to this.
All right, let's take a look at the item bit first of all. I still want to hear Gideon's explanation, but taking a look at the itemization coming in from...
They didn't even
I'm gonna focus on the
never mind.
victory team, of course, Ready Spot. Melboy, we talk about all the damaging item, but looking at Kim right now, it's
When
not
is
even full
ISF?
slotted yet.
Monday
Yes,
night.
It's all offensive item, all physical, magical
Monday
penetration,
night,
but
Tuesday
without
morning.
any single defensive item.
Tuesday.
This is a huge gamble
You know, it just
coming in
depends on
from
where
Ready
you are in the world.
I think it is a bit of a huge gamble from
But it's
Red
the
Esports, but they also recognize what the
28th,
win
right?
conditions are, right? It really doesn't matter what Kim has.
Or is
as
it
long as
Sunday
he's able to
night?
one-shot
I'm
his targets
confused.
through
Today's the
hard mode. And
26th.
ideally, the
Oh,
more
it's
items, the
Saturday.
better, because
27th
snowball
is Sunday.
is just equally as important. As I was mentioning earlier, right? A
Wait,
lot
is
of
it
this
Monday?
just came down to baiting out the initial big spells coming in from Red Esports. No Black Dragon Form, no Firaga armor, no Kadita with the rough waves. You can do so much once those cooldowns are down.
And something that really surprises me here when looking at the
If it's
itemization
Monday at
is
3 a.m.,
right,
I might
you
actually
have a
stay up the whole
Charisma,
time.
You have an Antle on the enemy side, and you only have one dominant.
I'm wondering
price,
though,
and that's
because when
on
I looked on
Renki. There was so
Wikipedia,
much faith
each
that
group
Renki
has a
is
game
gonna
happening
be
at the
able to
same
do
time.
all the application
So,
we need. We
I
don't
haven't
have
seen
to
anything,
go
any
for
announcements on
more
like
necklaces. We don't need to see
them
halberd.
streaming it
It's
or
totally
whatever.
fine. Just give the Yuzong the dominance, he'll do his job.
So
I
I don't
this.
know.
More offensive mindset, not much of a defensive gameplay coming in from Ready Sport. It's just we know we have the damage. We know
Bro,
we have the
MPLPH
capturing
is
ability
chilling.
coming in from Mal, coming in from Ren Curie. So why not just all in damage right now?
I think all inning on damage, especially if your
Still
win
hasn't
condition is
started.
we fight, we have to fight
It's
with
crazy,
Red
bro.
Esports. If not, this is going to be way harder.
They're
than
waiting till after
necessary.
ISF, I'm pretty
Right,
sure.
Let's take a look at Todak right now.
That kind
I'm
of
gonna
sucks
focus on
for
Chico
whatever
first of all.
team
He
wins,
managed
because they're going to have
build
to
up
jump
full
like,
item, but it's just that maybe
like
it
they
was a
get
bit
no
late,
rest
maybe he
time
was not
from
being able
season
to
to M5.
get himself closer to the enemy to dish out all of this damage.
Unless
but
they like rush
looking
it,
at
unless
the
they do.
result
I know like
against Reddit,
Indonesia's
they
been
just
doing
did-
like
I would say they did enough,
3 games
but it
sometimes,
wasn't
even on
good enough
Friday,
to capture
which
Ready
normally they
Sport.
only do 2
Yeah, I
games
think
on
the
Friday,
counter
right?
base was always going to be good, especially in the earlier stages of the game towards that turtle. But later in the game, when nobody really reveals themselves, and considering that Red is the one who always has to look for the initiation in comparison to Todak, who have to kind of assess it and identify and fight for space just to get that information, it's such a big flip side in terms of the overall game plan for both of these teams.
But I feel like it's something that Todak is fairly comfortable with doing.
Oh,
They've
but
been
of
in this
course.
position plenty of times before, so it's a testament to Red Esports that they were able to understand how to make a full use of this lineup, and I get the feeling they did
Indo doing 4
kind
games of
get
days,
Todak
4
to
days of
underestimate
games.
them a little bit. I feel like Melboy may have been ignored a bit too long.
Yeah, ISF made it all the definitely everywhere have to like balance what they're doing.
You know, the Bruno is going to be the main damage dealer coming in from Toda. Martizi using the far side with the Feather Ash, right? 60,000 damage being dealt upon Mid Esport. But again, the main focus should be Malfoy
And they was
being
like,
able to farm
nah,
up
you guys are
to
actually gonna get
12
less
per
games.
minute, which means
We're gonna cut
as
budget
Dafa
and
mentioned, no one was really focusing
yeah.
on Malfoy, trying to disturb his lane, trying to make his life more miserable. Hence why he
Indo
managed
was
to get
like,
the goal
listen, we're
that
just
he
gonna
did,
add a
and
day.
the
It's okay. We got the
itemization
money to
Absolutely.
spend.
And I think, you know, it was something for people to look back on and do.
We'll add a
analysis
whole
is
day
going to be
of
how many times
games,
did Chico guys have
Thursday to
be called
Sunday,
into the lane?
you know,
When we came back,
'cause that's
right,
how we
he was
live.
level 5 to level 4. He already had an EXP lead prior to the very first turtle. Second turtle
And
comes off,
ACT
he
is
forces
like,
him to recall
all right, listen,
again.
we're gonna do
Terrible
four
trade
teams
as
in
well
finals
as
this
having
time, but
to
everything else is taking a
In
huge
addition to
cut.
that, look at the
Which
damage
I'm
there.
happy
We saw
about that.
Melboy shredding through people, but looking
I'm
at
happy
total
about it.
damage numbers,
I think I'm happy about it.
only
I think
100
if
damage
they asked me
behind
before
him
the season,
on
they were like, listen,
export.
we
He
can
was
either have
creating
another
so
one-day
much
grand
space
finals,
and pressure.
and you
I
can,
think it's an
and we'll
attestament
do a
to
league
damage
format
and how
again and
effective
this
it
and
is
that,
in a meta
or
that is
we'll have
especially
2 days of
centralized.
grand
I wouldn't
finals
say
with
the
4
entire meta,
teams,
but a lineup
but you're
that
gonna
is
have less
centralized
casting
around
days
This was
than
the,
last
I would
time,
say, the theme of the
and
game,
it's gonna
right?
be a
Where
very
Ready
different
Sports
format
started
with
out the
less
team
games
fight really
overall.
well, but Toda
I would probably
continuously
still be down
giving out
for
the
it.
pressure to Ready Spot, as we can see here. This was the moment where Mal, you know, I'm not sure why he dances around the Feather Trap, but there was another good setup coming in from Ready Spot. But again, Todak was still in it. Todak was still in this team fight. Although I would say yes, Chico guys, if he had a much more better itemization, could be a different story.
Private, how do you think
Oh,
how do you
look at
think
the collapse on it like that, just squishing
NA
it
reps
into
are
a
gonna
sandwich.
do in
No, I
ISF?
agree with you. I think, you know, when you start to think about the lineups in terms of like
How do you think the
strongest
boys are
or
gonna
the
do?
strong side, the weak side, and more importantly, the overall game plan, these neutral objectives are
How did
so
Todak
dangerous
lose?
for Todak to sit on top of. But it's the only way they get Red Esports to initiate on them.
Yeah, the
to look
bracketing,
then for
the
counter
group
engage,
stage
That
is
was a very
out.
good
It's on
initiation coming in
Wikipedia.
from Mal as well as Kim. Knowing that Yums is the big target prioritization right there, without the hard guard, Toda is, I wouldn't say useless, but really not effective. But this was the determining team fight coming in from Red Esports, flanking from the backside, the concealed play, the target prioritization as well, and it won them the game.
It was damage consistency in the end. At first, it looked like Chico guys could take that fight, but because Amal was still alive, Melboy was still alive, they still had more than enough resources to take them down. And this was just really smart gameplay by Red Esports. I feel like one thing to note, Melboy was not part of any of the first like 2 or 3 turtle fights. That's how he got so much face.
He was just meeting Chiku guys, taking his lunch money away, and then
Yep.
walking back into lane. It's like, hey, what's up, everybody? It's me.
With
It's
the
your
gold
boy.
chain and all.
Group
Really
exit 90%. Holy crap, bro.
Pretty guy, pretty guy.
90% group exit?
That's
That's what you're giving us?
Milo.
Hey, yes, no,
Yeah.
That's rough,
to,
man.
Honestly, to his testament, I think his drafting was actually looking good. But then,
That's
I don't
rough,
know.
bro.
I don't know whether
Yeah,
we're gonna see
I don't know
this
about that,
Bruno
bro.
Again, considering everything that's going on.
It's okay. It's
You're
okay, guys.
essentially
One
saying
thing
that
for
all
sure
three
is you guys
teams
make sure to join in the
have
ML
above a
video to
50%
celebrate
chance
our
of beating us.
Independence Day from
Like, if you would have
24
said, like,
up until the
50-50
6th of
to
September.
get out of
You
group
guys log into
stage.
the game and get a special Hari Merdeka emote that was voiced by 3.
Yeah, but we're not just
MLB
facing
players.
BTR. We're facing Kazakhstan and Turkey, and the Turkey team isn't even Fireflux.
It was Chiku, it was Ripo. The other one was, I want to say
I'm not
it
saying
was
we're gonna
Zorn
smash
from the
BTR. I'm
Ooh,
just saying, you know,
if
we
I
might
am
beat
not
the other
mistaken.
two teams.
Oh, yeah. You're right. It is Zorn. I was thinking about the solos one.
That's different.
Sorry. I'm still in the past.
Come on. Let's get back to the present right now. And
All right.
if you guys seen the video or the IG reels, the
No, it's not
Merdeka emote,
Fireflux.
There was a special
Some other
teaser at
Turkey
the end.
team.
Someone made a kissing sound.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure who was it.
I can't. Out of the 3,
Yeah, I'm not sure who.
Out of the tree.
Who you guess? Ripo, Zord, or Chiku?
it's gotta be Ripple,
It
right?
has to be, right? Or
To
maybe
be-
they pull one over us because Rippo is the most obvious.
Chiku's the one who's doing it. I can't imagine Chiku doing it. I feel like somebody goaded him into doing it rather than him making it by himself.
It could be.
Maybe.
I hope to get the answer soon so that we can share to you guys, but it's okay. Now,
I will
game
definitely be
number
doing
2
an
is
ISF
on
watch
the
party, yes.
line. Red Esports managed to get the win with a good draft, with a good gameplay as well. But Sudapa, what can Todak do different for game number 2?
So in game 1, I could see what the game plan was. Kichiku is obviously terrifying on the game. You give him a really strong front line, bolstered by the hard guard on Terizla, on Fredrin. On paper, there's no way anyone is getting past that. But then they kind of underestimated Melboy. They thought they were taking really good fights, getting kills on Kim, getting kills on Rain Cutie. And I think it kind of fell into a rhythm where they weren't ready for the sudden power spike that Bruno presented.
So
Yeah, they had to get-
Todak was a bit surprised by
like,
the
the
power
good
spike
thing
that
about
they
the-
actually- Right. So I can agree with
I think
that.
the bad thing about
And
Bruno
Gideon, I wanna put you on
is
a
his
bit,
laning
esports
phase,
shoes
right?
now. They did really
And,
well
like,
game number 1.
I
Good
think
draft,
he's-
good
he could
initiation,
be
good
ganked.
fight. Should they replicate the draft, everything
He's
from
very
game number 1 for
squishy.
game number 2, or change it, tweak
Like,
it?
I
but
think for Red Esports,
his
they
late
had a
game
solid
is
game plan. I
nuts,
think
right?
the
His damage is
mistake-
nuts, especially if he has the ability to free
really
hit.
came from Todak's side
like
in
he
the
did
draft
being
phase
paired up
because
with
it
the
was all about
X-Borg.
counter-drafting their opponent. But
I
it
think
looks
Todak
like
really
we
needed to,
have a
like,
bigger issue to
focus in
address,
on
the fact
that.
The EXP laners have switched up. It's going to be Momo coming in instead of Formaze.
Is
Big
this,
Sag.
is this a panic button? Or is it?
I really hope not.
It's
Is this
time
a
to bring
panic
back
button?
the X. Momo starts walking out.
Honestly, I feel like Formaze deserves more respect than that. It feels sad to see him on the stage and not get to see him on some of his signature heroes before he's suddenly thrown back onto the bench again. We all love Momo. He, like you say, is kind of a secret weapon for Todak after all this time. So, we'll see. I think it's a good adjustment, unfortunately, for Formaze, even though I love him as a player.
You want to know what is a bigger curveball?
Yeah.
Chico on the EXP, Momo is gonna be on the goal list.
I was
Oh, man.
thinking about that. I looked at Adin and I'm like, I know what he's gonna go with. I know where this is going.
Because both players are very, very flexible, especially Chico. You can put him anywhere, literally anywhere.
Oh my god, this reminds me, Yuzong mid the last time, so might as well throw him into the actual lane Yuzong was designed for.
On the mid.
On the mid.
He was.
He was.
I
he
can't remember
was.
season what,
I
but
think
he
it was
was.
like season 9. Season 9 or season 10, one or the other. I think it was season 10 to be fair.
Hey, if you think about it, clear the lanes and then just rotate. And if he rotates onto
guess
the
that's true.
hey,
I wish
if
they
he
could
rotates
start
onto the
numbering
wrong
our
lane,
seasons
use the black gun,
in
black gun bomb to get
NACT.
to the right lane as well.
It's so hard to
Rose gonna be
reference
real
stuff,
popular. How
man.
many people get shout out by Rose Gaming?
Oh my god, I want to know how much he pays Rose. That's the big question.
It's so hard to like
I didn't think
like
of
how
it
they
that
can be
way.
like season
I saw
9,
him
season
walk
10.
out, talk to
Like it
Rose
makes
again.
it much more
Maybe talk
difficult for
about,
us to
hey, why don't
reference
you show a bit
seasons.
of my picture on stage, you know.
So that's why he had the QR code.
How much is being exchanged hands, huh? Whether it's a
And it forces you to use terms like M4 qualifiers, M3 qualifiers,
fair enough,
M5
we shall
qualifiers,
see, we shall
instead of
see.
just
Can
calling it by the
Milo
season.
keep the winning streak going on for Radiant Spot, or Toda, is this going to be a comeback from that?
And if I
As
just
we
say
all know,
spring
Toda
season,
always
people are like next
come
year
back
people are
from
going to be like,
any
which
kind
one?
of situation.
Oh
Radiant
wait,
Spot
which
right now,
fall season are you
opening up
talking
with
about?
The bands similar to game number 1, 1-1 as well as Paquito. Meanwhile, Toda, Fanny and Joy, Gideon, what do you
Same
think
bands
about
the last
this
time,
band
Ready
as
Sports still
of
on blue
now?
side?
I think, Red Esports, they're going to commit to what's already working. And again, these two picks have been giving you, the overall team lineup, especially when they are on the blue side of draft. Too much to think about, especially when it comes down to flex picks. And
Claude
they're
Band
also
again.
making sure that, Chico is a little targeted at the same time. So I think it's great. No adjustments need to be made. We do need to see how
They
Todak
banned the
wants to
Kadita
respond.
this
If
time.
we get rid of Kadita,
Beatrix is open this
Valentina's
time, that
gonna be
means.
What was the Radiant Spot first pick? Game 1?
It
Game number
was
1.
the Kaja.
Yes.
Could be similar, could be different. I hope to see different because I get bored easily stuff. I don't want to see the same kind of stuff.
I agree with you.
Come
I also
on.
I want to see different heroes, but this does create a problem if Ready Esports goes for Kaja first again.
Africa, 'cause Team Occupy is from Middle East. So it's probably North Africa.
Then they have that same kind of counterplay, but it does leave things more up in the air.
Like they've like
If a winning streak, I was gonna say if a high win rate hero is on the line, you should pick it.
because ISF
Milo
goes
is a
by
stats
like
guy, but then again,
countries and,
Kaja is gonna be picked up
a
as
bunch of
the
different
first
you
pick
know
for Radiant
things like
Esports.
that.
Wow. Predicting the draft
They
of
probably
Toda, that's a
chose.
big
There was
ask.
probably several
Yeah,
regions
it's
like
a- it really
Egypt,
is a big ask, but I think
Middle East,
Todak
like all
does
different
much better
places. So
Export gets some-
they just
as a
generalized it
supplement-
with
as a
Africa.
supplementary flex pick for the EXP jungle, because at the very least, Export has a ton of good matches. We saw just now, if you're a tank, if you're gap close, if you only have one way to gap close, you can just peel him till forever.
I agree.
it's pretty effective.
I would like to see.
Is
right now
Occupy in
Xbox
there, though?
is on the hands of Toda, right? So Radiant Sport should focus a
That's
bit
cool.
on the damaging heroes that would. Have
This
the
time Todak
chance
gets the
to
export.
take out the Fear of God
They still
armor
pick up
as
the
fast as
Farza.
they can, but we
I think
shall
it's kind of
see
an early
later on.
Farza.
As of now, Farza and as well from Toda's side, I like the pick.
But
as
without the
mentioned by
Kadita,
Gideon, the
it's
flexibility
decent.
that he has, and giving a comfort hero for Martizi is a good move as well.
So now Red, they've
Valentina
got
open.
They got Valentina. They have.
Yeah, I was gonna say
They wanna
Valentina
go for
open.
Comfort, but they're gonna give the Valentina, so Kim can use the feathered air.
Felt like
as
maybe
well. Ooh, I do
Todak
like
should have picked up that Valentina, man.
Compared to things like the Terizla, like
But
the
they want
Yuzong,
range,
Labu
I'm
has
guessing.
a little bit more options against the export.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, but they are
suppose
Middle East. But
I
like,
think
do they have a Middle East region?
This could have been
Is what I'm
Pirate.
saying in
This could have
ISF.
literally been anything,
I think
but
it's
feel
just
like
part
Red
of
Esports are
Africa.
highly prioritizing this gold and as well as this overall jungle pick and saving it to the very end just to get one of those matches in a winning lane. Todak, on the other hand, the fact is, I feel like Farsa is very volatile. She is good, don't get me wrong, very, very good, but very volatile at the same time. There's so many things that can actually disrupt and actually break her combinations and stop her feathered airstrike from getting effective shots. And more importantly, so Todak now playing for Chico, they're like, we don't need a counter draft anymore, let's play to our strengths. We're gonna make sure that gold lane
Tunisia,
has
United
priority.
States,
And
Brazil,
Chico looking
there's
at the
Bigatron,
information that we
Colombia.
have, epic meta
Egypt.
from, in MPL season 7,
No.
Chico guys brought
So they're
Leah
Egypt, but they're
and
from the
Leah
Africa
in the same
qualifier.
match against Ready
But they're
Sport.
still
He was
Egypt.
the
They're
MVP
representing
in those
Egypt.
2 games as well. So should have picked up
There's
one
not
of
like a
those
Middle
teams, not
Eastern
to beat Victor.
qualifier. There's a
Should have picked up
Africa
the Leela Omia, man,
qualifier.
Come on.
Sometimes these fun facts, the titles,
And they probably have like a
little bit
north,
exaggerating,
a
and I
central,
feel
so
like
that's why
this
we
is
also
very
have
accurate
Senegal. We
in
have
drama. Like, if
Namibia,
this
which is
does
also
not
part of the
give you
Africa
drama,
qualifier.
I don't know what does. And
Then
I
you have the
imagine that
Europe
esports does
qualifier
have
where
a
you get
bit of a
Ukraine,
bone
which is
to
like
pick
Eastern
because of
Europe.
If I think about it
You have
correctly,
Turkey.
Chico's entire career, I think his Mia is
You
still
have Georgia.
100% great here at MPL MY. Not
Is it?
internationally, but MPL MY.
It's just like
I
how
don't
Asia
remember
has
him
like
losing
3
on
different
EM.
Oceania
mean,
qualifiers,
even
several
when
different
Momo was
Oceania
playing it, they didn't
qualifiers. You
lose.
have
I think so. I think so.
Maybe.
You should be right on
5
those stats.
Oceania
You should be
qualifiers.
right
Saudi
on those
Arabia,
stats. Right
though,
now,
was part of
Todak
that.
gonna ban out the league
probably
because
whatever one
Weeb
they
is
get
for
best
taking
ping
out
with, I don't know.
Another suppressed skill hero by the name of Franco. One more ban before we see the pickup from themselves right now. Should be the Roman.
Middle
as well,
East,
right now.
North Africa.
Kufra, maybe?
Yeah, Middle East,
Ways
North
to
Africa.
disrupt your opponent, ways to kind of look for. Yeah, I would say that the set tanks are going to be pretty important. Good call on that, Adine, is they already get rid of Kufra.
This time they pick up the Beatrix.
A couple of options when we're thinking about ways to actually set it up. Edith, I feel, is like a win harder hero. Not exactly.
What does
the best
Rivals
in setting
pick?
up unless you actually have the
What
flicker
didn't
to
pop
make
up?
it happen. Other than that, I would imagine that an argument for Grok can be made, an argument for.
Oh, it's their
even
pick now,
Lolita
never
to be
mind.
made.
But you gotta make sure not to give ultimates that can easily be stolen by Valentina. So maybe the good old reliable things like Cho or Ruby could get pulled out, even if it's.
I don't know if they would ever host it there.
I don't even see like supports like the Fairmace because Cold Altar. Bad
I don't know
idea.
if
Ziggy,
it'll
bad
be a long
idea.
time before they host
Not
the
wow,
World
really?
Championships out of
Alright,
Southeast
I'm
Asia.
theory crafting here. Ah,
If
chill, but
ever.
Imagine if that was the top.
Imagine, right?
The scenes, the levels. It could still be. No.
I don't
It's like
think
League
so.
of Legends and Dota. I don't
Right,
think it's
I
ever
mean,
been
you
hosted
could
in
show those
America.
at the
Yeah,
Or like-
that's what
It's a
jungle.
jungle.
Yeah, it's
They're
still
always
could be
gonna
done.
host
It's
it
Todak
somewhere in a
for all
region
sake.
where
It
it's
is
most
Todak
popular.
right now. Ready spot. Do they go back? to
'Cause
the
when you
control
host an
right
event
now?
like that, you
Because
wanna get
Retail
people in the
still open.
seats.
Retail, Brody
And
is
people
still
aren't
open as well,
Gonna
so
fly out to Middle
not
East,
sure right now,
man.
not sure.
Could
To
be a
Saudi
little tough
Arabia.
Right now, Red Esports needs a guaranteed way to actually interrupt the Feathered Airstrike other than just the Lapu Lapu. Lapu Lapu, yes.
It's
sure,
been in
jumps
NA,
in,
but has
it's
the
threatened
World
with kill
Cup
pressure,
been in
same
NA?
goes with Kaja at the same time, and we'll
I'm not saying it
probably
hasn't been in the
very
NA
similar
scene. I'm
situations
saying, has the
to
World
Paper One, where
Championships
you
ever been
see Wild
hosted
Flicker,
in
you
NA?
expect RTZ to flicker as well.
Alright, we shall
Is
see.
Dota's World
Brody
Championships
and
hosted in NA?
There we go.
I did say the Brody, but I don't necessarily like the pickup because Brody, yes, has a good amount of range in terms of the Tonopod memory, but still, to get the initial stats on to the target, that could be somewhat quite dangerous, I would say.
Basically, the main threat now for Melboy is going to be the Cho, because if it is for Yumes, he's gonna always dive the backline, and he's gonna be the target priority #1. So that Corrosive Strike is gonna get him out of a lot of sticky situations and can be flexed for the Farsa. It's most likely not drafted with that in mind. I personally don't like the Fred too much because we saw how much damage Xborg was doing to it in the last game. Maybe I would have preferred like a Martis or so. But we did see Todak taking a page out of Red's book.
Sudafa is just sugarcoating. He doesn't like the Fred because he can't use it.
2022 was held in Singapore.
Redrin? I love Redrin.
Oh, you love
Um,
Frederick.
Yeah, but he's so boring to watch.
Yeah.
The International 23 is announced to be taking place in Seattle, so this year it will be in America.
Abilities are so important in this meta because you can drag it out, especially if you've got really solid foundations with high ground defense.
Martizi again.
Singapore is the
Farsa,
first
gotta be
SC
able to
Southeast
use
Asia
the
country to
Feather
host
Strike
Dota
really
2.
well. The
I feel like
timing,
Dota
the
2 is
positioning,
popular
because
though.
we have Kaja on
Same
the
thing with
side of,
League. It is a bit more like some of
we have
those
the
are
greatest
popular
fighter
in like
coming in from
Europe and
Lapu Lapu.
America.
So the battle of the
So
positioning is super important for both.
it's more feasible for European people to fly to America or to fly to different places if you hosted M6 in Saudi Arabia or in Europe or in America. You're not going to get a lot of Southeast Asia viewers to fly over. That's just the sad truth. It's too expensive. Hell, you barely get American people to fly over to watch it over there.
With Red Esports starting on the blue side, expect to see very similar starts there. Oh, actually, no, they're going to be on opposite bus, making sure that Xborg is going
Yeah,
to
28th to
very
29th.
soon. Fredrin starting on his purple with mid essentially getting shoved in fast.
Look at you, just being just being annoying right there, just trying to disturb Amal as much.
All right,
as
game
he can.
2.
But right now, we can see a different kind of focus from Todak, pressuring Malboy in the early stages.
Looking at the emblems, nothing too out of the ordinary.
I mean, there's a big audience for Mobile Legends. It's just, it's heavily concentrated in Southeast Asia.
I do think it's interesting that, especially for RenQT, he didn't want to get agility. He made sure that he has tenacity as well as adaptive penetration.
And like European audiences, American audiences are the audiences that are going to fly around the world to go to these events. It's just the reality of the situation.
I think both these teams have realized the importance of
There's more money in
securing a
those
good
countries.
lead in the start and being able to unlock themselves for the EXP lane. I do like the adjustments that we're seeing though from Todak. Instantly the change, a bit more attention towards Chiku guys because Malboy is playing on
Do you guys
another
really
snowball
think
carry.
you would fill more seats in Saudi Arabia than you would in Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, any Southeast Asia country?
He's basically, if Melboy was level 4, that is a dead Chiku guys.
Like,
But
I'm
he's
not
already
saying
done
that
his
there's
job to
not
be able to
PH
send the
people or
Pit Picks
people that'll
back
go.
when the turtle is
But
going to be coming up soon.
No, I think this
if you were a
is more
company
damaging than what people would imagine,
that was
right?
trying
This is freezing
to
the
pack
lane.
the
He
most
wants to freeze that lane.
seats,
Unfortunately, Chico was able to disrupt it and put
what
it
would
low
your
enough so
choice
it
be
doesn't lodge itself
currently
into
with the state of
enemy
ML?
territory, because he doesn't want to participate for this turtle anyways.
Momo not going to use the Petrify too early on.
Oh, Renikuti, bravest strike in the backside, gets the stun, big damage.
Momo drops his first blood and uses
Clean play.
right afterwards. Rival does secure the turtle, but it's going to cost 2 of his teammates' lives.
That was clean. That was super clean by Ready Spot. Yes, Todak managed to get the turtle, but the double kill coming in from Ready Spot just outweighs the turtle's advantage right there.
Absolutely, and you can see Melboy is having the time of his life, right? Chiku is going to take the space, and whenever the turtle is down, the rest of his team comes right back to the top side of that to make sure
Arabian
that
oil
he's
money will
able
take care of
to either go
everything.
even or break
True.
even.
Oh,
they got it. Big Sag. Big Sag.
Again and again. I feel like Malboy is playing really
You guys
well.
are right.
Game number
You
one,
guys should
game
all
number
write
two
letters
so
to
far
Moonton and let him know that
won
M6
by
should be in
Malboy
Saudi
at the
Arabia.
lane side. So hopefully we can see a bit more aggression coming in from Todak to pressure Malboy a bit, because we don't want game number 1 to happen to Todak again. How Malboy just erupts his itemization and his goal lead as well.
Just wait for the BOD. When Chico guys gets the BOD, then he's got some legitimate damage to really chunk out Melboy and punish his mistakes, like trying to go for an early corrosive strike.
Exactly,
Guess what?
NTS.
Beer's
There won't
passion
be
will
enough.
put him down to 50%.
This is very true.
But I also imagine that Melboy has to be feeling really good about this right now.
Or like
He's feeling
Canada, there's
himself.
tons of people,
And
and there's
imagine how much
lots
pressure
of
Todak
Southeast
has to put
Asia. There's
against him when he's up
like
against
tons
Chiku
of
guys,
Southeast
who usually
Asia
hold his own.
and Canada.
Oh,
Almost trying to get the outplay. He sidesteps. No, the flicker!
Forward, gets the final hit. Up in the top lane, Feathered is
Todak, though.
Amal zoning out, but taking a lot of damage from
Trying to get the
rivals.
gank on the
Chiku
gold
getting
lane.
fed
Well
a
played.
Massive amount of gold plating, and Ready Sports.
They
not
gotta
gonna be
put
able to
pressure on
stop
that
it.
gold lane, man.
Okay, so they managed to save both the side turrets, right?
Uh-huh.
But you have to admit, that was pretty smart of Mobo. Goes out of the map as expected for the Yuzong, but he cancels his ultimate right before he gets hit, so that once he spawns, he has to spawn inside the map and not outside the map in his regular empowered form. So, small micro, but very well played from Momo despite dying.
That was super smart, not gonna lie, but right now Rival.
Forced to
Can I
use
hide my
insanity to
taskbar?
escape from RenQT and Amal. Momo is here, he's looking for the engage, no petrify. Feathered airstrike comes out, Yumes gets the kick, wrong direction, but it may be enough as Amal is not close enough to the turtle, and Rival will secure it for Todak. Will they get Yumes in return? He dashes out of the Appraiser's wrath and escapes with his life intact.
Top lane.
Oh,
Top lane.
Chiku guys
Achoo! Sorry,
Sorry
guys.
Life as Melboy
Why is my
grabs the kick.
taskbar not hiding right now?
I like what Ready Sport is doing right now again and again. Turtle number 1
Oh,
did
shit.
not manage to get it.
What
but
did I
they
just
get
do?
a kill out of it. Turtle number 2 again did not manage to secure it, but getting a kill on top lane up against your opposition gold laner is super big. Even bigger by getting the turtle as well. So again, Ready Sport just counter engaging right now. Yum.
Beautifully played, Melboy with a flicker back, torn apart memory, will it be enough?
Yumes gets away.
It's been a tiny sliver, and now Maul is gonna eat
You guys
it.
better get that kill. Oh my god, bro. There you go.
Rival has to use his ultimate to finally catch up the Gacha.
Oh, this is definitely a mood right now, but I don't think
Melboy,
he recognizes
you're a chaser. He walked way too far forward.
Well played, well played.
Chiku still waiting for him, and Melboy Melboy finally gets picked off, but Rival gonna bite the bullet in his stead as Kim gets the killing spree.
This is such a mess. It's such a mess. When you think they're completely done, they're like, okay, this is when we call it quits. They just go for more. But at the end of the day, who is really winning out? And personally for me, I think Todak is actually winning this out ever so slightly, only because they're able to get pressure down by the bot side. They're able to kind of set things up, especially breaking even for Chiku guys. Currently, he's only 800 gold behind, but notice on the opposite end, closing the gap between the Lapu Lapu as well as the Yuzong is going to help a lot.
I like the matchup between the Brody and the Beatrix right now, having the BOD on Beatrix, allowing himself to deal a lot more damage and be more aggressive, but Brody with the Blade of Heptasis having that penetration as well and allowing him to just get a bit more stacks, and the taunt apart memory will hurt a lot.
Momo with the engage, gets the feathered fight, they kick Amal into the feathered airstrike, and Fredrin is gone. Ren QT now left by his lonesome, has to use Raging Slash to get out. Turtle gonna be easily secured by Todak, but look at Melboy. He's still
We're definitely going to do an ISF watch party. Don't worry,
He's
guys.
gonna keep on pushing. The tier 2s might be a little bit tough, but Chiku guys is going to pull the rest of Red Esports' attention with Yums to be a living war to give him the info when they start to rotate.
It's going to be a hat trick of Turtle coming in from Toda, allowing themselves to secure all the neutral objectives.
How did I get into ML? A friend of mine showed it to me like 5 or 6 years ago.
Toda has the goal lead. Ever so slightly
And we used to
again,
play in
only
my
like
room.
200, 300, 400 goal lead, but it is a starting block for their comeback right now.
I think the scariest part is the fact that Rival hits his first item power spike, right? He's already finished building the Ice Queen's wand, so
We used
peeling
to,
from the side of
you
Todak
know,
is going to be really, really effective here. You just touch that
we used to
Frederick
do the-
once, you immediately feel it. It's not like he's trying to build rapid boots where you get slow down, slow reductions. You just have to
And then we
eat it.
play video games, and this
looking
is
at
one of the
Yang
games that we
Qi
used to play.
as a mirror of an item, Hunter Strike as their first item, allowing themselves to move a bit more faster, as well as having the penetration. And looking at Aaron as well, my bad, Ben QT,
Yeah.
Bloodlust X again. More damaging oriented coming in from Lapu Lapu.
And
I
then
like
I
it,
didn't
but
play any
will
games
it
for a
be enough
while.
him to sustain in all of these team fights later on.
That's assuming he lands the hits every single time he jumps on it. With the
And I had to kind of like get my life in order.
I think better yet, with
And
the
then once
damage
my
that he
life was
has,
in order, I
he's on
remembered
top of
Mobile
Chico.
Legends, and I
He's
started
forced to
casually playing again. And then during COVID, I started
Force
streaming.
uses ultimate once again, so that's not going to be available. Right now, we are seeing Red Esports go for a very 4-in-1 sort of lineup where Melboy is not participating in any of these fights. Todak has adjusted. They're not going to give him
What
easy
chances
one-v-ones
NAIs
that
have
he
against
can
other
fall
teams?
off of.
I think
So
we
to
have a
make
good
sure that
chance
he
against a
gets
lot of
his farm
teams.
A little bit slower than before.
Not all the teams, but a lot of
And
teams.
If he has his ult, he needs to clear this way.
Oh, Grand Cutie jumps forward onto Chiku and just so much
We got a.
damage.
Oh, so freaking clean. That's another skill that just always looks so beautiful. There's some skills with flickers that just look so clean, man. That's one of them.
But there's nothing he can do in this position.
That was super, super smart coming in
I
from
think we
Red
got a
Esports
pretty.
again.
Our
Initiation
out of all the
and
groups,
as
I think our
mentioned,
group is
landing
the
bravest
most
fighter,
stacked,
landing the
though.
flicker as well.
You have
Van
NA,
City
Turkey,
getting a
and
full
Indo
kill
all in one
on
group.
Chiku
We're the
guys,
only group that
allowing
has
Red Esports to
more
just dominate against Todak
than
on that
two
team
that has
fight just
3
now.
teams that has 3 regions that go to Worlds. That go to M Series.
He's on top of Melboy. Chiku guys gets the Lord for Todak.
Which is kind of crazy.
As Amal is kicked out
They
of
should
the
have done
Lord
something
59
similar to like
retribution.
MSC or
It's
ISF,
hard for
where
Red
like
Esports, especially if they
M
have to
Series
face
regions
Todak
had to
on
be
2
split up.
different fronts. They can't do
Or
that
only
no more.
2 in
They
a-
have to play the traditional front
I don't
to
know.
back. And if they can't achieve that, I think Red Esports should call it off entirely, because Amal is taking unnecessary deaths because the rest of his team aren't able to kind of back him up in the same direction.
My compliments was backfired by the pressure coming in from Todak right there, just knowing what to do at that situation. But right now, Yums!
Ooh, flickers. He misses though. Doesn't get the angle he needs, but that could be enough disruption. Feathered airstrike, zoning out Red Esports. Point of point memory too.
Todak coming
will
back.
Get that mid-tier 1 for free. How much more will they claim?
Surprisingly, Ren QT did not use the Bravest Fighter to clear the minion wave on mid.
So yeah, Group
It
A:
allowed
Georgia,
them to get
Mongolia,
that turret
Namibia, and
very
United
easily.
Arab
Some would say
Emirates.
very free as well, but looking at this bot side, can Todak do a lot more because rival Chiku guys all on the backside right now.
They got plenty of damage from Melboy at the very least, right? But it's about the coverage. They're trying to make sure
That
there's not
group's
enough
got,
space
like,
for Todak to actually get
nobody.
into the middle of the composition. position and force Melboy out. Ah, but the feather airstrike.
Yeah.
Our
speaking
group,
of forcing it
Indonesia,
out
Kazakhstan,
instantly,
Turkey,
he
United
wants back to
States.
base. Renner's
Group
after
C,
threatening Kim.
Brazil,
Todak
Romania,
ready for
Saudi
it. Todak
Arabia,
is now
Senegal,
taking
Brazil should do
buildings
good.
and control of the map.
They'll win out in that
These
group.
are just like watching.
Group D,
just waiting
Philippines
so
got
that
it pretty
just
easy.
take every
Colombia,
single corner on the
Egypt,
opposite side. I'm
Philippines,
pretty sure
Ukraine.
would adjust and would answer back this aggression coming in from Todak right now.
Look at how annoying Rival is being. Rank 50 dropped to 50% just like that. And they're under their tower and can touch nothing on this.
So yeah, it starts on the
But I tell you, this
29th,
Ice
guys.
Queen's wand is such a difference maker, and I think even Rank QT understands that if he all
I don't know
wins,
what
if he doesn't
y'all's
get a
time
kill,
zone
he's
is gonna
basically
be.
dead. Even without the way of the dragon, Rival can basically run him down to the ends of the earth, and if he pops his flicker too early,
But
then
it's
he
3
won't have
a.m.
it
for me
the
on the
upcoming
29th.
Right, as we see
This is when the
right
first
now,
games
that
start.
form, and then Conceal coming in from Yums just to scare Ready Spot off, but the counter engagement, Ready Spot.
Yep, conceal play. Will they find anyone? Mal flickers forward, but he's just a little bit too far. Cannot find Yums. And those are resources wasted by Ready Sports for nothing.
We
So
better
I
make it
called
out of group
When you
stage,
see
bro.
Malflicker, expect to see Martizi
for the
also
love of
rock the
God.
flicker too. And at least he got his flicker out of him. With just pull yourself together, it will come off at a shorter cooldown.
Hold on one second. Someone's calling.
Cooldown
My
timer,
fiance's
but
calling.
at the very least, they've pretty much secured bottom tier 1 at this stage. This turtle fight is going to be all or not. Sorry, this Lord fight is going to be all or nothing for both sides.
Alright, Rival starting things off, just using that flamethrower right now. Pretty annoying, but Rivals, gotta be careful.
He loses his Spiraga armor. Finally, Red Esports thinks that's gonna be no less insanity until his immortality gets popped. But unless they try to force something, there will be a lot of time for Rival to recall and get that build back up.
The longer this dance goes, the more gold Chiku is able to accumulate on the opposite side of the map. And that's what Todak wants to do. Give him the time necessary to scale up as quickly as possible and really take advantage of the weapons master.
Looking at the flicker timer, Mal is still having a no flicker. Gotta be careful right now. No flicker divine judgment can be used right now, but Todak is in a prime position to engage. Look at Yums.
He misses, but he does get him inside the Feather Airstrike. Forces the flicker out from Rank QT. He is out of the fight already as now Momo jumps in. Petrify onto Amal, dropping low, and he is dead. Mal pops his immortality as well. Todak running them down. The counter is gone. Malboy forced the flicker away from the clutches of Todak as they run Red Esports back home.
A couple of things went wrong there. Number one, the fact that Maul ended up dying like that, very unfortunate because Kim already had the feathered airstrike ready to go, already stolen, but he was way too close to Todak's composition to get effective shots off without putting himself in danger. Worst of all, we saw so many ultimates come out from Todak's side. That's no excuse for Red Esports to actually lose the engagement.
That's the thing. I feel like Ready Spot is very passive in that team fight right there, especially in game number 2, because they have the initiation counter potential as well, but they did not use it very well. In terms of in-game equipment as well, we know that Chiku guys is gonna snowball with the itemization on hand, BOD, with the Malefic Rock, with the Huskclaw, and Wind of Nature to just save his own life.
But will it save this game for Red Esports? Lord colliding, Momo, he sees Rank QT zoning out with the Black Dragon form. Feathered Airstrike as well. That's a lot of resources used by Todak, but they will get 2 inhibitors in exchange. So all in all, pretty worthy trade.
I respect that. You know, a lot of teams struggle to close out these games, and Todak recognizes that Red Esports, they've got damage. The problem is they're not getting it onto the right targets.
Ooh,
so
Mal.
as long as... Oh, Mal gets revealed here.
Oh no!
Chiku, he sees
Oh!
them, Mal flickers forward, Divine Judgment, but his team is too far away, and Rival is cutting them off. Chiku guys now charging forward. Yums looking for the cutoff. Will he find anyone? He's not going to be able to get the kick in time. A nice disruption, but Martizi with the shutdown from the back line. Red Esports, 3-man versus 5 strong from Todak. Their only consolation, no minion wave, but one going to be coming up from the bottom side. Will they be able to defend this?
I don't think they will. The inhibitor is already going to go down, and now they're going to start chipping away at the crystal for as long as they can, assuming that Red Esports doesn't look for an engage.
Crystal is exposed. Predator Strike comes out. Last Insanity as well. Rank Beauty
All right, we're back.
into the back line. Not going to
We're
find
back.
anyone, but he may buy some time here with the cost of his life. He's still surviving against all odds right there. And
Bro,
we
Rennie.
draw Todak away, allowing Red Esports to survive the push.
Why didn't we see movements like that during the tier 2s, during the bot tier 1s as well? This ultimate is so good. Lapu Lapu's bravest fighter is nasty with such a short cooldown as well. He should be popping it off of cooldown to save his team from situations. If you have to die, just die because you are the least important member compared to people like Melboy or even Mal.
Yeah, I agree. And the same question I pose to myself as well, especially on the tier 1 mid turret, the tier 2 on the bot side as well. He should have used that move again and again to save his own assets right there. But okay, it's fine. Things have changed. It was history, and we have to focus on the present right now, which is Todak is leading almost 10k gold lead. As we take a look at the damage dealt difference, Momo 14,000, Rival 39, Martizi 58. The biggest damage of all, and should be the main.
Yeah, now with Baj,
With
Baj not gonna be in playoffs. That's a big, unless Warrior is just godly and somehow he syncs up really well with the rest of the team immediately, that is a big hit, man. Like synergy that they've been working on for the past
Try it again. Oh, bring
year,
my Faraga armor. Oh,
or
terrifying.
not year,
Nothing.
but
I can
6
keep
months.
taking shots forever. Break it. You still haven't done that.
Especially your
So
roamer.
annoying.
Rival just walked up and took that.
It's an absolute mess in the
Oh
back
my
line.
God.
Doing a lot of damage. Martizi gets a mega kill onto Amal, but Chiku, guys, has been picked off by the Valentina. Momo, though, keeping a tight grasp on the back line, killing free on top of Melboy. 3 members down on Ready.
Wait, no, Rival was just sitting there.
Has no damage. He needs
Never mind.
Red
For
Beauty
some reason, I
here
thought
to
Blue
help
Side
end the
just walked.
base, but he's being delayed in the back line. He's still taking the duel against Rival, and now he's being so down 1v2. On the ultimate,
GG's.
tries to get out, but he's being crushed
GG's,
by
question
the
mark?
pressure of 1,000 men. Momo with the mega kill, and as the Lord
That should be
collides
it.
with the crystal.
Yeah, that's
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, we will be witnessing game number 3 between Todak and Red Esports.
Okay.
GG, well played. And Todak once again breaking down the composition very well and hurting and hitting Red Esports where it hurts the most.
Wow, and again, Momo, what a monster on that Yuzong right there. Allowing himself to catch on Malboy, and not only that, by taking down Malboy as well, was the determining factor for Todak to be able to come back and pushes us to game number 3.
Ooh, what a game we just saw right there. And now I am very worried, honestly, for the momentum of Red Esports. Todak, traditionally known as the kings of 2-1, they've adapted. They figured out what they did wrong in the previous match. Going into game number 3, this is home ground for them.
I was just one question right there at the last moment. Ran Cutie did pop the Bravest Fighter. He used the flicker, but I was hoping he used flicker towards his own home base right there. But he flickered.
I gotta leave some Discord servers, yo.
Look, he was hoping to get over the
There's some
wall,
Discord
man.
servers that I
He was
just don't
hoping
do
that,
anything
that
in. I'm
final
sorry,
jump will cover
guys.
just enough distance before you flicker over it, and then you have some space to work with. But unfortunately, sometimes you mistime it. You know, I can't blame the guy. He mistimed it, and I think overall he was one of the better performers on the team because so far they couldn't break through the Faraga armor to deal with.
Yep.
And I think that Emal with this Fredrin pick, when you're up against such a devastating matchup in this X-Borg, I think he was capped. Unfortunately for him, he was basically non-existent in this game.
He can't do anything. As you mentioned, he walks up front, gets hit by the flamethrower, gets hit by the Ice Queen 1, and just did not allow him to go even much more further. But why don't we take a look at our MVP for this match? I'm not too sure. It should be Momo, but is it gonna be Momo? Oh! It's gonna be Martizi. Okay, I agree. I definitely agree. The rookie coming in from Toda did really, really well.
He had a, honestly, pretty difficult game to actually work with, right? If he's ever mispositioned, he will die 100%.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to make it through this series, honestly. Now that it's going to 3, it's already almost 2 a.m.
Wait for the big abilities to start coming out first,
I think we're actually going to call it, guys. I'll watch this from my bed.
And he
I'll finish watching this game from my bed. We probably won't. We're definitely not going to stream again until ISF, most likely. I need to do some video work and some other stuff for the channel. I just wanted to watch this game, and I thought I was going to watch it anyway, so why not stream it? So yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining tonight. Much love.
Take a listen at the mic check coming in from Todak.
I'll see you guys Monday night, Tuesday morning, 29th, 3 a.m. I'll probably make a. I'll probably put up a what's it called? Like a scheduled stream, so at least you'll know when it's coming. Thank you guys. Have a good one.